Thane miners' rape horror continues to spark political face-off between the opposition and ruling parties in Maharashtra. The Shiv Sena UBT is holding a protest against the Eknath Shinde-led Maharashtra government over failing to safeguard women in the state. UBT chief Uddhav Thackeray leads the protest outside the Sena Bhavan in Mumbai. Meanwhile, BJP's women wing is also holding a protest demanding an answer to the rape cases which occurred under the MVA government. Now remember, Uddhav Thackeray has instructed his party cadre that no essential services should be disrupted during this protest as well. My colleague Anuj joins us with more details from the protest site. Anuj, if you could take us through the protest that's taking place right now. MVA in fact holding a protest, Uddhav leading the protest. Meanwhile, a counter protest by the BJP as well.
Yes, you look at this situation, it's a very last-minute call for protest that happened here in Mumbai. We see that the Bombay High Court, after multiple petitions were filed in about the Maharashtra Bandh that was announced by MV earlier, which was to take place today on the 24th of August. And in that case, the High Court, the Bombay High Court decided that no political party would be allowed to hold a Maharashtra Bandh for several reasons. Now, the petitioners they cited two important reasons to deny the Bandh. And firstly, it was the fact that it was a complete political gimmick, considering the fact that it was happening for just a few weeks or months before the elections. And secondly, the fact that it would really affect the state's machinery. The state's revenue would come down, would take a hit rather when these protests would take place. And because of that, the Bombay High Court decided against allowing any political party for that matter to hold protests. Now, as a last-minute decision, Uddhav Thackeray in his press conference last night at 7 p.m. said that they are not very much in favor of what the High Court has said, but they are still agreeing the decision, following the due course of law. But at the same time, he also asked his cadre to hold a silent protest today. And as you can see behind me, I am present here at the protest spot, and this is where people have kind of come here wearing sporting black arms or black shirts or taking black umbrellas just to show their to make their stance clear in this particular protest. Now, although it is an MVA protest, but it has been led by Uddhav Thackeray here in Mumbai, right outside Shiv Sena Bhavan in Dadar Chowk. But then in different parts of the state, we are seeing that different MVA leaders are leading the protest. For example, Sharad Pawar is leading the protest in Pune from the NCP Sharad Chandra Pawar party, and Nana Patekle, the state president of the Indian National Congress Party, is leading the protest from Thane, the region where this incident took place. So we are seeing that there has been a politicization of this issue ever since the so-called hijacking of the railway tracks happened. We saw several political interventions take place in this particular regard, but then the opposition got a boost after their announcement for Maharashtra Bandh was denied by the Honorable High Court here. And then we are also seeing that although it was a last-minute decision to call for a protest here in Mumbai, the crowd here has come in large numbers, showing that the sentiment of the crowd is pretty much the same as what it was a few days ago in Badlapur. We are seeing that although it was raining very heavily, especially at the time when the protests began, when Uddhav Thackeray came here, but regardless of what was happening, regardless of how hard the rain was, all the protesters stood there and asked for the implementation of the Shakti law, which was introduced by the Uddhav Thackeray government under the MVA regime from 2019. So we're seeing that the politicization of the Badlapur case is at its peak, and as you rightly said, the BJP is also holding a counter protest in Nariman Point at their headquarters. But at the moment here in Dadar, a large crowd has gathered, even in heavy rains, to listen to their leader, that is UBT Chief Uddhav Thackeray, and to be a part of this protest called by him at the very last moment yesterday.
Stay on with us. We'll in fact talk more about the investigation into the Badlapur rape case as well. Remember, the SIT is investigating the Badlapur incident and has recorded statements of 17 people so far. These include 10 teachers, 5 maids, 2 clerks. And according to the statements, the special investigation team is finding negligence on the part of 3 school officials as well. Among these 3, and the school principal and 2 trustees have also been named who are accused of negligence. Now, Anuj, still with us from the protest side. Anuj, now this incident of course came to light when a large number of the parents as well as relatives of these minors who were sexually abused had then come onto the tracks, and now another protest erupting. But the investigation still seems to be pointing towards negligence of the school. Do we have any more details of exactly what had happened?
See, negligence of the school was always expected as far as the protesters are concerned, and that was one of the major reasons for their protesting. The reason for the protest was not just inactivity from the police side, but also the high-handedness shown by the school authorities, which increased a lot of suspicion on the school authorities as well. And as a result, we saw an angry mob go and kind of ransack the school when these entire protests were at its peak. Now, what we are seeing and what the information that we're getting is the fact that there has been action initiated against the education officers there, not just in the school, but the education officer of the region and also several authorities in the school. We saw that the principal and a couple of teachers the action was initiated against them. They were suspended right when this particular unfortunate event took place. But then, especially since the time the protests began, we're seeing that it's been done on a war footing, and then there is more investigation being done as far as the school is concerned. And with more investigation, we're seeing more names pop up, and we're also seeing the school failing to comply with the basic rules set out by the government. Now, this again leads to several other issues as well. The protest that is happening here at the moment is not necessarily just about the Badlapur case, but about the abuse against children happening in the state since the 13th, when the place took place, till the 22nd. There were multiple cases that were surfacing till then. And what we are seeing right now is the prime accused in this case, that is Akshay Shinde, his police custody has been extended till the 25th, that is tomorrow. So, of course, as of now, the police and the SIT committee led by Aarti Singh is trying to look into the school authorities and taking action against those from the school involved into this particular matter, even if it is about negligence or about high-handedness. But more details are expected tomorrow when he will be presented in the court again, and the police would of course demand for a longer police custody. But it will be interesting to see what investigation or what else would the police have gotten out of Akshay Shinde, because he'll be presenting him in the court after 5 days in Kalyan Court. So the case will take an upward turn from today. But as of now, the prime focus of the SIT committee is the school, as a lot of negligence activities have been noted from the school authorities as of yet.
Right, Anush, thank you for joining us and bringing us those details. Continue tracking the story for us as it develops. Let's also listen into this reaction coming in from Shiv Sena UBT leader Priyanka Chaturvedi.
आज आप पहुंचे हैं शिवसेना भवन, वहां पर आप आज प्रदर्शन करने वाले हैं, उसके बारे में बताएं।
सबसे पहले माननीय हाईकोर्ट ने तो निर्णय लिया है जिसको हम अग्री नहीं करते हैं, पर हम उसका सम्मान करते हैं। पर उससे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी ये है कि मुंबई हाईकोर्ट के सामने ये पेटिशन कौन लेकर गया। पेटिशन लेकर गया देवेंद्र फडणवीस, जो महाराष्ट्र के गृह मंत्री हैं, उनके जो पेट एडवोकेट हैं, उन्होंने महाराष्ट्र की महिलाओं के खिलाफ ये पेटिशन दर्ज किया है। हमने पीसफुल बंद की मांग की थी, जो हमारा डेमोक्रेटिक अधिकार है। उन्होंने हमें डिनाई किया है, सम्मान किया है, पर हम उसको डिसएग्री करते हैं। पर महाराष्ट्र की महिलाएं गृह मंत्री से ज़रूर पूछेंगी, देवेंद्र फडणवीस जी, आप शक्ति कानून पे चुप क्यों हो? देवेंद्र फडणवीस जी, महिलाओं पे बढ़ते अत्याचार पे आप चुप क्यों हो? बेटियों पे बढ़ते अत्याचार पर चुप क्यों हो? क्यों पुलिस ने उस स्कूल को बचाने का काम किया? क्या उस स्कूल का कनेक्शन है भारतीय जनता पार्टी के साथ? क्यों आप लोग महिलाओं को प्राथमिकता नहीं देते हैं? बार बार कहा जा रहा है, अरे अर्थव्यवस्था डगमगा जाती महाराष्ट्र की। अरे आज हमारी देश की महिलाएं सुरक्षित नहीं, हमारी राज्य की महिलाएं सुरक्षित नहीं, तो अर्थव्यवस्था क्या सुरक्षित रहेगी? तो आप जो सिर्फ खोके खाओ और धोखे दो वाले सरकार है, धोखेबाज ये सरकार है, उसके खिलाफ, महिलाओं के बढ़ते अत्याचार के खिलाफ हम आवाज़ और विरोध करते रहे।
प्रियंका मैम, सबसे महत्वपूर्ण सवाल सामने आता है इस तरीके के हालात देखते हुए। एक ज़माना था जब मुंबई को कहा जाता था सबसे सेफेस्ट सिटी है, यहाँ पे महिला भले 3 बजे निकले मगर कोई ऐसा ना हो कि कुछ हादसा हो जाए। आज वही सिचुएशन समग्र महाराष्ट्र में है, मुंबई में है, जहाँ पर छोटी छोटी बच्चियों पर इस तरीके के मामले सामने आ रहे हैं। कौन जिम्मेदार है?
मुझे गर्व इस बात का होता है कि मैं उस पार्टी से आई हूँ और मैं उस मुंबई शहर में पली बड़ी हूँ जहाँ पे बाला साहेब ठाकरे जी की बात चलती थी, जहाँ वन्य हिंदू हृदय सम्राट बाला साहेब ठाकरे जी कहते थे, अगर हमारी बेटियाँ सुरक्षित नहीं तो मैं यहाँ पर किसी को सुरक्षित रहने नहीं दूंगा। उन्होंने हमें ये भरोसा जताया। आज मुंबई में रहकर हम कितने भी बजे रात के निकल जाते थे, हमें ये सुरक्षा मिलती थी। उद्धव बाला साहेब ठाकरे जी ने उसी बात को आगे बढ़ाते हुए शक्ति कानून लेकर आए। शक्ति कानून उन्होंने जॉइंट कमेटी से पास कराया, हम लोगों ने असेंबली में पास कराया, सर्व सहमति से पास हुआ। हमारी सरकार, ये दुख इस बात का है कि धोखे देकर हमारी सरकार को गिराया गया। पर ये काम क्या राष्ट्रपति से अप्रूवल लेने का काम इस गृह मंत्री का नहीं बनता, इस मुख्यमंत्री का नहीं बनता?